The morning she left, she kissed me like nothing was wrong. "Don't forget to feed Luna twice a day," she said, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. "And please don't work too late. Try to relax for once." Her suitcase was small, oddly small for a 10-day girls' trip to Bali. But I didn't say anything. I'd learned by then that questioning little things made me seem insecure, paranoid even. And for months, I'd been trying to prove to her that I trusted her. So I smiled. "You enjoy yourself, okay? You deserve it." She smiled back, soft, practiced, reassuring. "Love you, Mark." Then she was gone. The front door closed with a finality that echoed longer than it should have. Luna, our golden retriever, padded over to my leg, tail wagging, as if asking where her favorite human had gone. I scratched her head and muttered, "She'll be back soon." But even as I said it, a dull ache grew in my chest. For the first few hours, everything felt normal. She texted me from the airport, sent a photo of her boarding pass, and even a selfie with two of her friends, Maddie and Carla, grinning in the background. "Off we go. Palm tree airplane." I replied with a heart emoji and went back to work. But an hour later my phone started vibrating non-stop. The first call was from Maddie. "Mark," she said, her voice sharp, panicked. "Where's Emily?" I blinked. "What do you mean, where's Emily?" "She's with you. You're on the plane." There was a pause, the kind that made my skin crawl. "I'm not on any plane," Maddie said finally. "And I haven't seen her in weeks. She told me she and you were taking some time apart. She said you needed space." My heart slammed in my chest. "What?" Before I could ask more, another call came through. Carla. Then Emily's sister. Then her mom. Each one confused, asking the same question. "Where is Emily?" Within an hour, my phone was lighting up like a siren. Everyone she knew was calling me. Her coworkers, her gym friends, even her boss. And with every conversation, a different version of the story emerged. Emily had told her mom she was going on a spiritual retreat. She told her coworkers she was taking a few days off to reconnect with Mark. She told Maddie she was in therapy for anxiety. No two stories matched. My head spun. My palms went cold. And that's when it hit me. She hadn't gone anywhere near Bali. She'd faked the whole thing. I opened my laptop and checked the flight details she'd shown me earlier. The boarding pass looked real enough, but something was off. The airline's logo was stretched, the font slightly mismatched. I cross-checked the flight number. There was no record of it. She hadn't even booked a real ticket. The world seemed to tilt. Where was she? I scrolled back through our messages, through weeks of carefully constructed conversations. Everything felt suddenly staged. Her affection too perfectly timed, her explanations too smooth. Then something in my memory tugged. A detail I hadn't noticed before. A few nights ago, she'd left her phone face down on the counter when a message lit up the screen. A man's name I didn't recognize. Ethan. When I asked about it later, she laughed it off. "Work friend," she said. "He's in marketing." I wanted to believe her. Chose to. Because love makes you ignore what's screamingly obvious. That night I couldn't sleep. Luna paced the hallway, picking up on my restlessness. I sat in the dark, phone in hand, staring at her social media. No post, no updates, not even a single photo from the vacation. And then, around 2 a.m., a new post appeared on her story, only for a moment before it vanished. A photo of a hotel balcony, wine glasses, a man's arm reflected in the glass. I managed to screenshot it before it disappeared. The location tag read, Seattle. Seattle, 2 hours away. I felt something inside me snap. By morning I'd made up my mind. I called in sick, packed a bag, and drove to Seattle. The drive blurred by in silence, the only sound the low hum of tires on asphalt and the dull thunder of my heartbeat. I found the hotel from the reflection, a boutique place near the waterfront. My hands trembled as I walked through the lobby. "Hi," I said to the receptionist, forcing a smile. "I'm supposed to meet my wife here, Emily Lawson. Can you tell me if she's checked in?" The woman looked down at her computer. One moment. I waited, every nerve on fire. Then she looked up. Yes, she's here. Room 412. My stomach turned. I thanked her and took the elevator. My hands felt numb. Every second between floors stretched like a lifetime. At room 412 I hesitated. What was I going to do? Burst in. Confront her. Part of me still hoped there was an innocent explanation. That she'd surprise me, say it was some kind of misunderstanding, that she just needed space. But when the door opened, all those hopes died. She wasn't alone. Emily froze when she saw me standing there. Her eyes went wide, shock, guilt, fear, all fighting for space on her face. "Mark, what are you doing here?" she stammered. Behind her, a man appeared, shirtless, holding a wine glass. Ethan. The same man whose name I'd seen on her phone. I felt like my chest had caved in. "I could ask you the same thing," I said quietly. She opened her mouth, but no words came out. I looked at her suitcase, half unpacked, her clothes scattered across the floor. There was no sign of remorse in the room, only the lazy aftermath of comfort, of intimacy. "I let you go," I whispered, more to myself than to her. "I trusted you." "Mark, please," she said, stepping toward me. "It's not what you think." I laughed, hollow and sharp. "Really?" "Because it looks exactly like what I think." Ethan shifted awkwardly, muttering something about giving us space. He disappeared into the bathroom, leaving her alone with me. Emily reached out, but I stepped back. "Why?" I asked. "Why lie? Why fake everything?" Tears welled in her eyes. "I didn't know how to tell you. Things haven't been right between us for months. You don't even see me anymore, Mark. You just exist." Her words cut deep, but they didn't excuse the betrayal. "So your solution was to build a web of lies. To make me look like a fool in front of everyone we know." She shook her head, crying now. "I never meant to hurt you." "But you did," I said softly. "You already did." I left without another word. Outside, the air hit me like cold steel. My hands shook as I fumbled for my car keys. I didn't look back. On the drive home, my phone buzzed non-stop. Her texts, apologies, explanations. I didn't read a single one. When I finally pulled into our driveway, the house looked foreign, hollow, a stage set after the actors had left. Luna greeted me at the door, tail wagging, still innocent to it all. I knelt beside her, buried my face in her fur, and for the first time in years, I broke down completely. The next few days blurred together. People kept calling, family, friends, co-workers, everyone who had heard some version of the story. I didn't have the strength to explain. Eventually I just stopped answering. One night, as I sat on the couch scrolling aimlessly, I noticed she'd deleted all her social media. Every trace of her gone. But the screenshots, the calls, the memories, they stayed. Weeks later I got a letter in the mail. No return address. Inside was a single line in her handwriting. "I'm sorry I couldn't be who you needed me to be." I folded it once, placed it in a drawer, and never opened it again. Because I finally understood. Sometimes betrayal isn't just about what someone does to you. It's about how they make you doubt your own reality. And once that trust is gone, no apology in the world can bring it back. As I took Luna for a walk that evening, the world felt quieter, heavier, but somehow freer. I looked up at the fading sky and whispered to no one, "Goodbye, Emily." For the first time, it didn't hurt to say it. Just felt true.